Hello and welcome to the DFS_PhD show for today, the 16th of November. Remember, you're good enough, you're strong enough, and gosh darn it, someone's got to win that money. And congrats again to Matt. Chopped the ticket I was going for. So, it's tough that didn't happen to me, but I love it when it happens to us. It really does make me feel better. Because, I can only cover 150 lineups at most, and I generally don't do that. And people ask, like, why do you do that? It's because I know numbers. And, like, if you look at oh gosh, that's like a screenshot thing. Yeah, no, don't do that. Control T is screenshot in Zoom, and it's just so confusing to me because I need to make it. I always like to make a new tab. But anyway, so I forget where I was going with that, but generally speaking, they stopped running this qualifier after we won it like a bunch of days in a row. So hopefully they bring the satellite back tomorrow. But this is a great result. I love to see it. I also wanted to point out he tied with both Bergman and Utica. So dude's rocking. I mean, like that was an incredible hit. And I wanted to say congrats. I mean, this summer you were the first guy who took down based on my advice, or somewhat taking into account me as a Council of Dudes member with the 50K. So anyway, thanks for helping me believe in myself. And it just like incredible work out there. Dude's doing so much work behind the scenes and stuff. He's taking this so seriously. So I'm impressed with you, Matt. Congratulations and great work, everybody. I mean, I see whenever you guys post screenshots and stuff in the Discord. Love to see you doing well. You didn't listen to me very much last night, though, if you did well, because that stunk. I'm sorry for you guys. I'm sure some of you would have followed my advice 2 nights ago and played Robert Covington. Great. Last night he did so well. And then Kobe White, even once they adjusted the stats so that it was not a negative assist, he still didn't do very well. And so for that, I apologize. It hurt me probably more than it hurt most of you. I mean, like that was definitely one of my worst days in a while. Pride goeth before a fall, etc. But I still think you have to have pride. I mean, like I'm rightfully happy with what I've done, and I'm doing it for a reason. They gave me a little pop-up thing, and like I get a free 888 ticket if I kind of jam in here a little bit. I felt like I had edge yesterday. But if I listened to pace, I wouldn't have done it, right? Because Chicago has really, really bad pace when you go to their advanced metrics, which I don't even have up anymore, because today's not about pace. Today there's two games, right? It's OKC and Golden State and Miami and Brooklyn. And let me just spoiler alert for you. Golden State, Oklahoma City is going to be played at a faster pace than Miami, Brooklyn. Just the average of the paces is a little different. Now, obviously, a little bit of that was accounted for already, but I wanted the teams to be basically pick them. So I don't like it when SaberSim projects differently based on who is winning the game, and I don't agree with who's winning the game. Right now, Oklahoma City is projected to win this game by like 4 points, and I just don't get it. Like, no, Oklahoma City doesn't beat Golden State, even with Chris Paul and Draymond out. I mean, like even the shell of a Golden State team, I think still should be favored against Oklahoma City. So I've put them at a pick'em at 120, and I've put the other game at a pick'em at 110. I just think, yeah, that's probably how it's going to go. Plus, let me tell you the other reason. So game theory wise, I don't know. I can't tell you what to pick yet for this slate because we need to see Golden State starters. This is a great time to introduce Popcorn Machine, though. So this is the last game of Golden State, like the when everybody got ejected. So you can see here it is. Clay gets ejected. Draymond gets ejected. And at that point, who subbed in? Well, it was Looney and Poshevsky. So Looney subbed in for Draymond. So that means the very first lineup they went to was big. But did they close big? Also, yes. But they closed big with Poshevsky. Right. So here's the thing. They closed big with Poshevsky, and he did really well. And Sarge is fine, but I think Sarge is also fine off the bench. Like, I don't think anybody really thinks he needs to start to do well at this point in his career. And I think that there's definitely something to be said for Poshevsky getting a boost in confidence from that. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's him starting and them going small with Clay at the, I guess, 2 and Poshevsky stand in the corner 3. Anyway, so we'll have to see it. Currently, I'm assuming they do that. If they go 2 bigs, we have to do a little bit something different. And I have to check. My heart's going a bit nuts or something weird feeling in here. Okay. Okay, so what does that result in for exposures for today? Not very much surprising. I'm jamming Dario Saric and I'm jamming Chris Paul because either way, Dario Saric is going to play a lot. He's going to play either the backup 5 for probably 28 minutes, or he's going to play the starting 5 for about 28 minutes. And in either case, in 28 minutes, I think he's going to score a lot of points. You can do the court IQ on it like I did earlier. Oh, is it going to make me restart? I had all these pulled up. Well, when you reload court IQ, it makes you start over from the beginning, and I don't want to do all that again on screen. So I'm not going to do that on screen, but I will recommend, this is popcornmachine.net. It shows the rotations of every single game. And last game, the rotations are very important because right now we're going to have to assume they go kind of the way they close. Either way, Poshevsky's going to get a ton of work, and I think basically I have to get more of him in here. So where's the value? Well, I got Poshevsky. Okay. So currently not projecting him to start based on this projection. We're projecting him to have how many minutes? 24. Yeah. So let's give him 28. And that's basically it. It's between him and Dario Saric for who gets to that upside. But I don't want to make it a rule, but I do want to make it kind of a toss-up. So let's make Saric a little bit lower. Okay, and now I want to make Gary Payton a little bit lower because that's artificial, but I still don't know what they're going to do with Gary Payton, and I want to give him an extra minute. Okay, so yeah, this seems closer to right. So Chris Paul, best play of the slate, Kevon Looney, second best play of the slate. And that's surprising, right? So that was one. Let me pull up the court IQ because this did surprise me, and I want you guys to see it. So let's go back to last season, and let's see what happens when Draymond and Steph are out. Come on, load it up. Golden State last season. Draymond and Steph out. And you're going to see a surprise guy at the top of the points list, and it's Kevon Looney, and he scores a lot of points. So yeah, 38 points. Obviously, that's dependent on minutes, but he's going to see 32 minutes. He's not going to get 36 maybe, but I think we could get Looney for whatever I have projected for here. 33, that's definitely fine and definitely in the range of outcomes. And I want a lot of Looney, but 70 is a lot now that I'm thinking about it. I want more Poshevsky eventually. So I'm going to go 50-50 on that. I mean, I just don't know. I don't know who's going to be the guy you have to have today between the two of them. I think you got to have one of them. And it's going to depend on who starts. So let's also say late swap, right? This is a late swap slate. Once you must be at 640 running another 5,000 lineups or as many as you possibly can. And you can see I've backloaded it. This is ranked by exposure now. Golden State, Oklahoma City, Golden State, one Nick Claxton, which I totally believe in. What in the world are people doing with their projections on Nick Claxton today? So definitely 100% on Nick Claxton. But then Golden State, Bam Adebayo. So it's only center today where I'm considering anything besides the Golden State game. So I'm going to have almost full late swappability. And that's what I'm going to do. At like 6:30 when I finish tutoring, I'm going to just run and churn and see what's happening. I'm not going to watch the games, obviously, because I'm tutoring from, So also I'm tutoring from 5:30 to 6:30, so I won't be available for a lot of you guys right before lock. Sorry about that. And yeah, we'll see if I even get this up. I can hear my kid beginning to get tired in the background. So I got to go deal with that. Let me tell you so obviously core today, Dario Saric, underpriced. Chris Paul, underpriced. Play one of them. And also for the showdown, same deal, right? So for showdown, it's a lot more important who starts. And for showdown, you can go a lot of different ways, right? So for showdown, I think other people who are in play that I'm not playing as much on the main slate. Oh, wow. I still didn't get to any trace. I'll have to see what my rules were. I thought I would get to more trace. So I did the same thing with the making it a 115 game here. It's a little bit lower scoring than the 120 because I'm trying to take a different subset of games. In this case, I'm trying to say I wanted all of my guys to be in that game, right? Basically, that's the point. I think there's going to be value. I just don't know what it is. That's the reason for 120 here. And then in this game, I'm just trying to really benchmark what the game is. And so I make it a pick 'em around what they currently expect the projected points to be. And there's no surprises here. I'm not on as much of Wiggins as some people are. I just don't know what's going to go on in this game. So it's fun for playing a bunch of lineups, but that's why it's fun. I couldn't tell you like the actual rotations for Golden State for this game. I haven't got rules in. I haven't even put unique rules because I don't think you need it beyond a salary constraint. Actually, should probably be a little bit more salary constraint than I've done here if I'm not going to protect from uniques. So, right. So this is my first run. I've started doing it now. Like you can see on this. Oh, did it not save? That's too bad. Or I did that for the right. I did that for the football slate. I'm not going to do a football video. Don't have time for it. And also, I don't see the edge. But I will say when I ran the football sim earlier, I had fine results using just Habe's condition. So you can use a geomeanown under 19, get fully unique set. No problem at all today. Who knows who's going to catch a touchdown? Could be Ricard, could be any of these weird pass catchers. All of them are out on the field for both of these teams. So I like it. I'm just playing the weird 20. It popped out right away. So for these showdowns, I'll relax the geomean. So I'll start at Haber's condition. And then I'll go from there. Sheets for you guys, but because I don't always like what it spits out. Like if I did salary restricted, I think I did it earlier. It's just so weird. No Chris Paul or whatever. That's not what you need. But yeah, geomean 21. That's what I meant to have run. So I'll run that later and see. No, that was bad. So I want to do like a few dupes or something. Anyway, I might try like 23 or something to cut out the worst dupes, or a salary restricted set that's like at 49.5 or something. You gotta do something to get a little bit different, but I'm not sure you have to do as much because, yeah, it's a weird slate with a lot of options also for the basketball slate. I mean, who knows if you got to lean on the bench play for Golden State tonight, play it. I mean, play that lean. I've you can see here, look, I've boosted Trace. Like this entire sim was run. Oh, he's still 0% in the pool. I don't know how that could possibly be. But Trace was boosted when I ran this sim, and it still didn't get to any of Trace. So fine. And it didn't get to any Isaiah Joe either. I don't know. I'm gonna probably have some of both of those guys. I see them as decent top values, especially given the ownerships, right? So I think I'm probably gonna wind up getting to those plays on the showdown slate. But yeah, for main slate, you've already heard it. It's Sarge, it's Paul, it's Claxton. Those are my core. Gilgeous-Alexander, am I gonna limit him to maybe like 75% just because I want to get a little bit more of other guys, kind of? But I don't know. His optimal chance is really high tonight. Dude's gonna smash. He's playing against a bad team, no defense. I mean, sorry, Wiggins is not that bad. They got decent defense, but okay. They got decent enough defense, 75. 2x the field would be 66, 70. 2x the field's a pretty strong stand. So I'll take a strong pro SGA stand on a raw points basis, and I still think I want more Clay than SGA. I don't know, but this is a pretty good set. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard there's a narrative thing. DSJ used to play with Bam in AAU. So let me go ahead and say that. Don't play narratives like that. I mean, go with your gut if that sounds like something. But I mean, I played AAU ball with Steph Curry, and he doesn't know me from Adam. And if he did remember that day, he would not be doing me any favors. I mean, maybe he'd be amped up to beat my ass or whatever. But I was not exactly a willing passer on that team, and he needed a willing passer. Okay, so that's about all I got to say for this slate. I've subtly slipped in that I've played with a number of people as a result of playing AAU ball in North Carolina at a formative time. Anyway, remember, you're good enough, you're strong enough, and gosh darn it, someone's got to win that money. And depending on how this Golden State rotation goes, it might be us.